एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। स्टार्ट करते हैं डिक्टेशन इन 5 सेकेंड। स्टार्ट। So far as stock piling is concerned, I would like to know from the finance minister whether government has any plan for stock piling in the interests of India. Supposing war breaks out and the situation worsens, it will be necessary for government to depend on many vital things which the country itself does not produce. I did not discover in the budget any plan for spending any money for a planned stock piling in the interests of India's national economy. I do not know if there are any secret plans going on which the finance minister has not disclosed. I shall now refer to the Indo-Pak Agreement. I will not go into details at the present moment. I may have time to do so in the course of the discussion on demands for grants. But frankly speaking, so far as this agreement is concerned, nothing could have been more humiliating for India than the manner in which this agreement was effected. If India wanted to have such an agreement, India could have made it long ago on much better terms and saved a lot of humiliation and misery to millions of people. But India deliberately wanted to pursue a particular line of policy which was consistent with our national interests, and overnight that policy was changed. Whether it was due to far-sighted or short-sighted statesmanship, or due to defeatism or cowardice, I do not know, but it has left a bad taste in the mouths of all because the country feels that it has been let down by its government. So far as the economy policy of the government is concerned, I hope we shall have an opportunity of discussing this matter when the details of the budget will be taken up. But food, clothes, and shelter are the three main things on which government's failure is colossal and on which the country expects a new lead from the government if it is to function with the willing confidence and cooperation of the people. Today, we are living in very difficult circumstances. I have no desire merely to blame the government or accuse the government because we are trying to solve a problem of a magnitude which perhaps has had no parallel in any other part of the world. But the way in which government is pursuing its policy is not the way in which a solution will be found. Somehow, the gap between the government and the people is increasing rapidly. Day by day, it is no use government blaming the activities of particular groups. There may be such parties who may create trouble. Mr. Deputy Chairman, sir, before adjournment, I was dealing with the question of selection and appointment of judges and the part the government was playing in the matter. I pointed out how the government had been discriminatory in such matters. I would beg of you to ask the Honorable Minister not to evade the issue that I have raised, because there is a tendency on the part of the government to evade certain issues involving principles whenever they have no straight answer to give. Even if some answers would be given, they do not feel like giving those answers for reasons best known to them. Now, my allegation here has been this, and to the best of my knowledge, everything is true. Of course, part of it can be corroborated from the Election Commission as to whether a defeated Congress candidate had been appointed as a judge of the High Court of Calcutta, and the other part of it can be asserted by the government from the person concerned, that is to say, the former Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court. Now, the point that I want to make is this: when the Chief Justice had recommended somebody, that recommendation should not have been set aside on the basis of a police report. A CBI sub-inspector certainly is not a higher personality in our setup than the Chief Justice of a High Court, and yet the recommendation was rejected, as everybody knows, on the basis of the police report generally drawn up by CBI sub-inspectors of the regime. Now, sir, in the matter of selection of High Court judges, extreme care should be taken so that no extraneous consideration come in. Therefore, sir, I would suggest that in the matter of selection and appointment of judges, the whole thing should be left to the judiciary itself, to the Chief Justice of High Court, and finally to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. It is possible for the government to delegate these powers to them. Now, you will say that there are certain administrative consideration and other things they can come into the picture if it is a question of appointment of an officer or a district judge by promotion to the High Court bench. But in the other matters, the High Courts generally know what is to be done. Full stop. स्टॉप। ये डिक्टेशन स्टॉप होती है और ये पूरा कितने वर्ड्स का है? ये 400 वर्ड्स का ये वाला, ठीक है। एंड 800 वर्ड्स का 840 वर्ड्स का, तो टोटल वर्ड्स मैंने 1240, ठीक। 12 वर्ड्स, 1200 वर्ड्स मैंने बोले हुए हैं इसमें। ये तो फिर इसके बाद 1240 वर्ड और पूरा 10 मिनट में, ठीक है। तो आप इसे आराम से 115 से 120, ठीक, इस स्पीड में ये डिक्टेशन बोली गई है। 120 मैक्सिमम 120 स्पीड गई है ये इस डिक्टेशन की। तो डिक्टेशन ज़रूर लिखें, आउटलाइंस आपके सामने हैं, ठीक है। हेल्प होगी आपकी। जो भी दिक्कत हो, प्रॉब्लम हो, प्लीज़ कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करें कि यस मैम मुझे इस स्पीड की डिक्टेशन चाहिए, तो मैं उस स्पीड की रेगुलर देने लगूँगी, ठीक है। क्योंकि अभी बच्चे जो रिटन एग्ज़ाम निकाले हुए हैं उनकी स्पीड किसी की 120 है, किसी की 90 है, 80 है, 70 तो नहीं चलेगी, लेकिन 80 वर्ड पर मिनट से 120 वर्ड पर मिनट तक स्पीड होनी ही चाहिए। और टाइपिंग भी करते रहिए, ठीक है। इसे लिखिए, उसके बाद ट्रांसलेट करिए, फिर उसके बाद टाइपिंग ज़रूर से ज़रूर करिए। टाइपिंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू ऑल डियर स्टूडेंट्स। प्लीज़ लगे रहिए, प्रैक्टिस करिए, एंड प्रैक्टिस मेक्स द परफेक्ट। ओके, टेक केयर।